to the next installment in our meditation series. So today we are going to be working on a little meditation to help us feel a little bit more positive. We're going to try and do this one sitting. If it's just really doesn't feel right to be sitting today, then obviously come into our normal lying position, making sure you're comfortable and making sure you're going to be warm there. But if we can, we're going to try and sit. So what I suggest you do is grab something to sit on. So if you have got a soft yoga block, it's not too high, that's, I know, it's an ideal thing to be using. We could use a rolled up blanket, you could have a cushion. We're going to just try and lift the hips up a little bit as we come to sit now, either sitting in a cross-legged position, or if you prefer, you could take the legs out in front, maybe just keeping a little bend in the knees there. So even though we're sitting, we still want to feel comfortable. Remember that, if we start to get distracted and we're worrying about achy hips, achy backs and all of those sorts of things, we're not going to be focusing on the bits that we want to be working on. And as ever, feel free to move around, if you need to have release a hip or a knee or give your back a little wriggle. It really doesn't matter. Even though we're trying to create that feeling of stillness, it doesn't matter if we actually have to add a little bit of movement in. Okay, so once you're in your comfortable sitting position and you've got whatever it is that you're going to use to sit on, we're just going to then try and find a little bit of length through the spine. So before we begin, we're just going to give our spine just a little bit of movement, just to get rid of any kinks that might be there to start. So we're going to take a very simple, just seated cat-cow. So exhaling, rounding, inhaling, pressing the spine forwards. So it doesn't matter how big this movement is. And the other thing is if you actually, as you start moving and you're sitting on your little prop here, you go, actually, I'm still not quite comfortable there. If actually you'd rather go and sit on the sofa or sit on a chair, then just hop up. You don't have to stay seated on the floor. So just go a little bit more round one way and then the other way. Just see if you can then come back into a neutral position where we're stacked up over the spine, and then exhale, take a little twist. Back to the centre, exhale, take a little twist the other way. So even if you're lying down, there's still, you can still do this. Just seated for a moment, just taking a little bit of movement through the spine. Come back into the centre. Give your shoulders a couple of rolls round. So you want to just try and let go of any tension in the shoulders. Let the shoulders drop down the spine, and then the chin's going to come to the chest. And we're just going to take a couple of little rolls to either side with the neck. And then when you're ready, bring the head back into the centre and just roll back up through to the crown of the head. See if you can keep that feeling of staying stacked with the shoulders relaxed. So the hands then are either going to just come, so we'll bring the right hand on top of the left into your lap, or we can let the hands rest on your thighs. So sometimes when if we're in this position when we're resting the hands on the thighs, and come into that sort of classic yoga position with the hands, which is called our chin mudra. And we've got the last three fingers stay stretched out, and you just bring your thumb and your first finger together. So they don't need to come onto the knees, they can come a little bit further back. If you've got someone who's a bit like me with long legs and slightly shorter arms, you sometimes find if you're actually reaching the arms all the way forwards, you start then to hunch the shoulders. So we want to keep the shoulders relaxed, and you can just keep the arms a little bit further back on the thighs. Again, they just want to just rest here in a fairly sort of natural position. We don't want to be straining into a set position. Okay, all right, so when we're ready, when we're comfortable, we're going to close the eyes. And all we start to do then is just begin to notice the breath. So as you start to notice the inhale and notice the exhale, you want to think of the breathing slowing down. We're going to pay attention to the start of the inhale and attention to the start of the exhale. Finding that breath, filling the belly and filling the chest. So as we focus on the mind, hopefully that then starts to relax. As we focus on the breathing, hopefully that begins to start to relax the mind. Just remembering, if you find that there are those thoughts that you really don't want to have to deal with, or that just aren't necessary at the moment, we're going to take those thoughts and just put them in the box, the bag, the case, putting that box then outside the room or somewhere away from where you are now. And they're just safe there, and you know that you can come back to them whenever you need to. So maybe working on that idea of just helping our own positivity, maybe our own strength, particularly at this time. And all we're going to do is use that inhale to say to yourself, I inhale positivity and strength. And then on the exhale, we're going to say, I let go negativity. So on the inhale, telling yourself, I inhale positivity. And if you want to add the word strength as well, if you don't feel you need it right now, that's fine. Just focus on the positivity, but sometimes the two do need to go together. And then as you exhale, say, I let go negativity. So I inhale positivity and strength. I let go of negativity. I inhale positivity and strength. I exhale negativity. So you're just saying that over and over in your own mind as you just follow your own breath. So just keeping those words present. We're going to think of a colour that says to you positivity and strength. Maybe it's a favourite colour. And as you inhale, we're going to keep saying those words. We're going to think of a tiny dot. And each time you inhale positivity and strength in, that dot is going to start to get a little bit bigger. So as you inhale, saying, I inhale positivity and strength, see that dot getting a little bit bigger. And then as you exhale, saying, I let go of negativity, holding that image of that dot in your head. Each time you inhale in that positivity and strength, that dot gets that little bit bigger, as if it was a small bud of a flower that was opening and expanding. And that colour then starts to radiate strength and positivity within. So we're gonna take 2 more breaths, saying our mantra as we just finish growing our dots into a big circle, or maybe it's turned into that beautiful flower. And we're going to let the mantra go, let the words go. Just taking those big deep breaths in, holding that image, the circle of the flower inside, as it radiates that strength, that positivity through the body. And very gently just start to let that dot, that colour, maybe it was the flower, just letting it gently fade away. Try to maintain that feeling of the positivity and the strength in the body. And then when you're ready, we just start to let the breathing go. Don't need to focus on it anymore. Gently begin to move the fingers, move the toes, move the feet. If you are lying down, then maybe just taking the arms back past the head, having a little stretch there. If we've been sitting, just going to release the feet in front, or maybe you just need to pull the knees in towards you. Taking their weight back onto the hands, also just being careful if we're on the block or the cushion. Give the feet a little tap. And then give your knees a little roll from side to side. If you're lying on your back, we're going to do the same thing. Then just bringing the feet up towards us, just giving the knees a little rock from side to side. And then straighten the legs away from you. Drawing some circles with the ankles. And then take a hug of the knees. So if you're on your back, just hugging your knees in towards your chest. If you stayed sitting, we're going to hug the knees in, just drop the chin to the chest. And then just letting the legs relax wherever they want to go. We're going to roll ourselves and just come up round to sitting if you've been lying. So just taking your time as you roll onto your side, bring yourself up. And then just bring the hands together, give your hands a rub. Just feeling that warmth, that energy coming through the hands. And then take the palms of the hands over the eyes. Maybe just noticing the vibration, the energy of the hands there. And then behind the palms of the eyes, gently just flutter the eyes open. And when you're ready, slowly start to peel the hands away from your eyes, taking the arms down. Just give your shoulders a couple of little rolls round, and then we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, just bring your hands down through to your center as you bow your head to your fingers. Just acknowledging your efforts. Your time here in that meditation practice, sealing it in with Namaste. Fab! Well done. I hope you enjoyed that. Something a little bit different again today. So remember, if there's anything that's come up that you'd like to comment on or question about, you can either comment a question below or get hold of me away from YouTube. And I will do my best to answer your concerns and your questions. If not, I will see you again for another little meditation on another day. And again, we will be working on something different. Okay then now, take care and bye.